I'm here with Mark Sussman from San Diego State University. Mark is here at Scientific Sessions, and he's got a couple posters actually. I've seen a couple posters out here. This is a really cool one, and I want Mark to tell us more about some of the great research you're doing in Western states.
Great. Well, thanks, David. What I'm standing in front of is a poster that's done by one of the postdoctoral fellows in my laboratory, Kathleen Broughton, and what she's been studying is the role of the chromosomes that are inside the stem cells and how they determine the way the stem cells behave. And what she's discovered is there's a very interesting difference between the chromosomes that are in rats and mice versus what's in larger animals, meaning pigs and humans. This is really important for the work we do because we study rats and mice as models for trying to understand how to regenerate and rebuild the heart, and it's become apparent to us through this work that there's a fundamental biological difference between the stem cells that we have and those in rodents. And some of these interesting differences could provide us clues on how to help rebuild human hearts by mimicking the kinds of models and mechanisms that the rodents use, because they're much better at it than we are.
As you sort of look at these models and find out what the flaws are, I guess, between that you're finding in the models from the rat, trying to translate that to the humans, have you made that sort of leap though from here's what the rat does, but that's not what happens in people? So how do are we adapting that model to again translate that into something for the people who are sick with heart disease?
No, I'd like to not take an approach that's a flaw. I'd actually like to say that we can learn from this so that this is actually a plus, because there are many organisms that regenerate their heart much better than we do, and we've been studying them for years. So we're looking at this as an opportunity to take that information that we're getting out of the rats and the mice with regard to how do they manipulate their cells, how are their cells changed compared to us, and are there things that we can do to mimic that to enhance our regenerative capacity in a way that we don't normally naturally possess.